Professor Lee mentioned yesterday that by 2050, 70% of the world's population will be living in urban centers. Some of these places, they lack a lot of services, like poor sanitary services or waste management, collection of trash. The combination of these leads to ample opportunities for mosquitoes to breed. Rainfalls, everywhere small little puddles in plastics and so on. And that couples with mosquitoes present leads to a very high density of mosquitoes biting people. So you bring two things together, a high density of mosquitoes and a high density of people, and you create problems. Especially if the mosquitoes that we're talking about, in this case Aedes aegypti, is highly anthropophilic. It likes to feed on humans. It likes to take its blood from humans. So in comes one person who carries the dengue virus. A virus carrier is coming in, and immediately we get transmission, and that's why we're dealing with all the sickness and death that we see with respect to dengue and chikungunya and Zika and so on and so forth. So this is what we need to do. Now, our response to this has been for a very long time this. You're very familiar with this. You just go outside and you look at the booths. That's where all this equipment is being sold, that is being used for fogging. Our standard approach to an outbreak has been and continues to be reactive rather than being proactive. And I guess that's what we're trying to change here, moving away from being reactive to being proactive. The impact of fogging, I don't need to tell you. The impact of spraying these insecticides in the environment is having a huge impact on insect biodiversity. This is a study from Malaysia where they showed that more than 1,800 insect species were eliminated after several rounds of fogging in a Malaysian forest. And so obviously you're not with pyrethroids, you're not just killing your target insect, the mosquito, but you're killing basically every insect that is there. The message is actually worse. If you read this book, The Insect Crisis, it predicts that insect biodiversity around the world is currently declining by 9% per year. What that means is that 11 years from now, we're going to have a major crisis with insects around the world. So we are very good at trying to protect the tiger and the orangutan, but we're not protecting our insects that are pollinating our food that will deliver us food security. So if we are not looking after our insects properly, we're going to face a major crisis ourselves as humans. Insects are with us and they are good for us, so we should protect them as much as we can.